Okay, so we're recording. So welcome, both of you. I'm just going to take you through all of the basic stuff that I know about CinchShare, and hopefully you guys will learn something and find something helpful or something that makes it a little bit quicker and easier for you. If you're completely new to CinchShare, then if you have any questions, you can pop them below in the comments and I'll do my best to help answer them. So I'm going to screen share so you can see my CinchShare. Yeah, everybody can see?
Perfectly.
Yep. Sweet. All right.
Oh, look, there's me.
So with CinchShare, you can set up posts to go to your timeline, to your business page, to any groups you have, like your VIP group, as long as you are an admin, events that you are hosting or co-host for, and even now I've just found out you can schedule posts to albums that you have. So whether you've got an album in your VIP group or on your business page and that, so you can set it up to CinchShare photos and whatnot in there, which is pretty awesome. So the first thing you need to do when you're setting up your CinchShare, apart from logging into your account, is link your events or business pages and whatnot. So along here, you've got little bars. So the top one is for actually making your posts, and this one is the second one down is all about linking the accounts that you've got. So if you click refresh when you first come into it, it will take all the information from your Facebook page and stick it in here. And then you can go through and find where you want it to be. So for instance, if I look under Ocean Breezes, I can go down and find the event that we're in now. And if I click the little heart here and make it go black, it means that it's now linked, and it means I can now post CinchShare posts to it. So then when I go back into the top one to schedule a post, under here, Ocean Breezes, I'll be able to have the CinchShare one that I can tick to say that that's where I want the post to go. So going through the basics of setting up a post, obviously you type in blah, 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 what you want in here. Hello, hope you are well. And then you have the option of just having the text by itself, or you can upload photos. Just going through how to set all of it up first though. You've got all your dates over here. You can go back and forwards between months. So you pick your date, you pick your time, you want it 9 a.m. A good thing here is post category. It's really handy if you're wanting to use these posts again. So you can set up a post category for pre-party posts. You can set up a post category for your games. You can set up a post category for social interaction type posts, tips and tricks type posts, basically whatever you want that you think you might use more than once. So all of my games I try and put into a game category. I've got like one-day party posts, all in one-day party, three-day party posts, so that I can go back and use them, and I'll show you that a little bit later. So try and make sure you put anything you've got posting into a category. You can add a new category just by clicking on it, typing whatever you want to call it, and then saving. So you can see here I've got a list of them. So you can choose social engagement post. Then you want to make sure that you've got your event that you're posting to, or page or whatever, ticked here. You can tick multiples, but if you tick multiples, you just need to be aware that you're going to be scheduling it at exactly the same time. So if you're doing it for two different parties, then you need to make sure that those parties are running at exactly the same time. You can't have them one posting on the 6th and one posting on the 9th. But I'll show you a quick way if you're wanting to use the same post for parties that are days apart. So once you've picked your date and where it's going, you can go to your little photo here and choose a photo file. We'll go into the going ons. Then I can pick my file and it will come up here. And another reasonably new feature is that you can actually add up to 10 10 pictures in your post now, which is pretty awesome. So if you click on the little camera, it brings you up here. And you have the option of either clicking here and it will take you to choose another one. Or if you have a file somewhere, let me see, just open up. If you have a file here, you can actually click and drag them into here, like that. So it saves having to click and go back through finding it each time if you want to do it that way as well. Then you just update your post down the bottom and it will show you on the little camera here that you've got 3 photos to go to it. Now, I will just clear it. I'll clear them for a second. The other option you do have is if you have a photo, say you want, let's say we want a welcome post, a welcome picture. You go to an image and find a nice welcome picture. If you copy the image address here, you can go into your CinchShare and post it in this photo URL, and it will bring that photo straight in here without you having to actually have saved it to your desktop. It's another way to go about not having to accumulate ridiculous amounts of pictures in your own folders. So that's another way you can get a picture in here. It also works for links. So for example, say I want to put my business page in. Please give me a holler if I'm going too fast for anyone.
How you doing, chums?
How you doing?
I'm writing everything down.
Okay, let me know if I'm going too fast.
If I'm quiet, I'm taking it all in.
Okay, awesome. So if you're wanting to do a link, say you want to put your business page in, you can copy the link up here, and then in this paste link section, you pop the link in here, and then you click these little chain linky looking things.
This is where I had trouble today.
Yeah. Yes, so you click the little chain linky thing.
I had the link, but it wouldn't, when I posted it, it wasn't there when I looked.
Ah.
So I did the linky thing, see?
Yeah, so you got to click the linky thing. Now, the other cool thing about this is, say you go, okay, so that's the photo that it brings up automatically. If you choose file, you can change the picture that comes up with your link. So I'll actually post this so you can see what it looks like in the event, and that way you'll be able to see what I mean. So normally if it posted, it would post with that picture, but say I want something to do with the going, goons, since we're doing going, goons. So I want this one to go with it. All right, so we'll schedule it for today. I'll do it at 8:35, so you can see it afterwards. Schedule that one. So then that comes over here, and you can actually filter them from most recent one that you've scheduled, or from the scheduled date as to when they're actually going to be posted. And you can also filter here between, say you've got 4 or more parties that you've CinchShared, you can actually filter to say, I just want to see the ones from this one, or I just want to see the ones from this one. The other thing that is really cool, so for instance, say you're in Facebook, let's see if I can find one. Say I'm in Facebook, let's just take this for example, and I go, oh, that's a cool post, I want to use that for my VIP group later on down the track. So if I right click and I say copy link address, and then I come back to my CinchShare and paste it in the link here, and then click the Facebook, it will import the text and the picture. And then I can go about slightly editing it to fit how I want to word it, and then schedule the post. So if you don't want to schedule it straight away, maybe you want to say, oh, I'm going to use that for next month. Then you have the option down here where it says schedule post. You've got the little arrow. You can click here and go save. And then that will save it into a different folder, which I will show you a little bit later. So that's another cool one. I don't have a Twitter account, but you can do it for tweets as well. So if you've got a tweet that you find that you want to use, then you can actually paste the link in here and click the little bird, and it will do the same thing. I was talking before about, say if you've got a party starting on the Monday and a party starting on the Wednesday, and you're wanting to use the same posts from, or say one of the same posts from the party on the Monday for the Wednesday, then you can find the post here and click your little copy post button, and then it brings it up here and you can edit it. See how it's defaulted back? Oh, no, it's changed it. So you can edit it. You can edit it so that you can change the hostess's name or whatever you want. And then click schedule that, and it will change the dates and everything like that to what you want and schedule it to be on the same thing. So what else have we got here? All right, text clips, because we all know we want to save time is the big thing. So for instance, when we've got posts going to our parties, we should always be having a call to action in our posts. So whether that be a shop now thing or a check out all the designs with our website address, or whatever you want to put as your main call to action. You can set it up so that you don't have to type that every single time, because that gets annoying. So what you can do is, if you come down to your little My Text Clips here, you have the app option to create these little text clips, and you can type whatever you want. So I've typed one here that you can see, and all you need to do is create new text clip, and then you create a label for it, so you can put it as my signature or my call to action or whatever you want, and then type in what you want it to be and choose whether you want it for your Facebook or your Pinterest, and then save. So then once you've got it here, what it means is when we go back to our create post section, you've got your little text clip here, and you can drop it down and then it'll just paste that in there without having to type it all. So it's another way to get a nice quick call to action on every one of your posts without having to type your link every single time. So that's another really good time saver. All right. So next thing is, I showed you how to save a post. So if you import something from Facebook and you want to use it later on, it will go into a save file. So these are all under this little manage post section. So if you click on that, it will bring up your history, your pending post, and your saved post. So if we click on saved, you can see that the post that I did earlier is saved here. So then I can go ahead and tick it and click batch post, and then it will bring it up here, and you can choose what date I want it, where I want it to go. You can multiple batch post, which I'll show you in a minute, which is what that apply interval is. So once you apply the interval, it then gives you the option to schedule the batch. Oh, whoops, I didn't put where I want it to go. Silly me. All right, so we schedule the batch. And if we go back to our manage post section, you can see that it's now up here as a scheduled batch, scheduled post. So the next thing that is in there is your history, and this can be really good, especially when we were talking about filtering through your categories. So if you've got particular games that you like to play, or particular pre-party posts that you keep, or say you have a couple of different scripts for your parties, then you can actually search by your category, or you can search by the place where you posted it to. So you can go back and find a particular person's party or a particular event, and it will bring up all of the, posts that were used for that particular event or party. Otherwise, you can choose and select, say I want to select game, and then it brings up all my games that I've used. And the reason this is really good is because you can batch these. So instead of having to like individually put these in over and over again, all you do is you tick the ones you want. So I go along and say I want to batch this one. Go along and tick all of the rounds. And then we come up here into these little 3 grid lines and click batch post. It brings them all up here. can go about doing the same thing. So you pick the dates and you pick where you want it to go, you pick the time you want it to start, and then you apply interval. And it will go off of the same interval that you used last time. So these ones were posted every 5 minutes apart. So it has put the interval at every 5 minutes apart. Now you do have the option to change these if you want. Say you found that you played the game and 5 minutes apart wasn't long enough, or it was too long, you can go along and change these if you want to, and then batch them with the new time intervals. Otherwise, you can just click your schedule batch here. And if we go back to our thing, you'll see that they are all scheduled here to post. The next thing I want to show you is something that I actually had to use, and it's very handy. So my hostess said it was booked that the game was starting at 7:30, but she then messaged maybe 15 minutes before it was due to start and said, actually, can we hold off until 8:30? As you can imagine, having to go through and manually, one by one, change all of these so that they were at the new interval would be ridiculous in 15 minutes. But if that happens to you, there's a new thing called time shift. And so if you go back to where your history, pending, and saved posts are in your managed posts section, you can go to your pending. You can then go about selecting the posts that you want. And in the little grid thing, whatever you want to call it, there's a thing that says time shift. So if you click time shift, it brings up your posts that you've selected. You can change time zones. You can add or subtract how many minutes, hours, or days you want to time shift the whole posts. So if I want to add 30 minutes, I can add 30 minutes and apply it. And it's now saying that it was originally going to post at 8:01, but it's now going to post at 8:31, and then the intervals go from there. Or you can say, I want to actually add 2 days. So we've shifted it from the 7th of February to the 9th of February. And then you scroll down the bottom and update posts. And then you will now see in your schedule section that they are all due for the 9th of the 2nd. So it's shifted the whole lot of these posts all by 2 days really, really quickly. So it was definitely a lifesaver for me at that moment. What have we got? Okay. The other cool thing is if you manage a Pinterest page, then from your pending and history and saved area, you can actually, you've got a little pin section here. So you've got a little, let me find another one. So if you've got a little P section here, you can click it and you can pin it. So you can link a URL, or you don't have to link a URL. You can change the text in the meantime if you want to have something different posted in there. If you want something added in there, you can even put a custom URL in there if you want to. And then all you need to do is click pin it, and it will put it to your Pinterest. So I'll show you. Brings up your Pinterest, and then you can choose which board you want it to go in to be pinned on. So say I want to pin it for like pajama time. So we pin it on there, and I can see it now. It's going to open it up. No, it's not going to open it up. Okay, it's not going to open it up. But it pins it to your whatever board you want it to pin to. So it's another quick way to multitask your social media posts on your different social media platforms. So that's a pretty awesome way to do it. Just trying to think if there's any other main things. So you can, most of the reasoning for the design with Canva thing doesn't really come into play anymore. We used to do design with Canva because we would like collage pics together so that you could get more pictures to post at the one time. But now that they've got the capability of posting 10 pictures in the one post, I kind of don't find that I need that anymore. If you're posting into an event and a group, then you won't be able to add a text in here. So let me just show you what I mean. So you can see here it's got text clips, but down here it says Facebook do not currently include the individual photo captions or multi-photo posts being delivered to events and groups. So if you're posting something, if you're, say you're scheduling these to your business page, then you can actually caption each one of your pictures, or if you're posting it to your timeline, you can caption each one of these pictures, but they're yet to bring that into being able to do with your events and groups. So that's something hopefully that they'll get to soon. So I think I've gone through most of what I use on a regular basis. Is there anything that I haven't covered that you would like to ask, Charmaine?
No, covered what I was curious about. Can you add more than one photo? Because that was bugging me. And the saving of the posts so that you can reuse them.
Yep.
That. Yeah, you pretty much covered everything that I was going to ask anyway.
Awesome. Awesome. That's good. I am glad that I have helped.
A quick question, Pam. Do you have a problem with your time zone?
No, I've set it to the Sydney time zone.
Yeah, I was telling Annette before, mine keeps changing every time I go back into it.
You know what I am having trouble with at the moment, and Annette can probably attest to this, but for some reason, I have one of my linked groups as the default group that everything gets posted into. So I keep forgetting to untick that when I'm scheduling. So I've got a whole bunch of random party posts going into this group at the moment.
Well, do you remember where you went in to set that up?
No, I have no idea how I managed to do that. So there's two things there I think we should probably try and research the answer to. So changing the time zone, there is a thing about my daughter's just calling me.
If you go into account up the top of your screen here, there's account. You can see the little edit button, a little edit. Pencil, that's what I'm looking for. That's the word I'm looking for. Pencil. And then if I click on it, I can change which time zone I want and then save it as my time zone.
Okay. I haven't actually saved it then. So it keeps changing every time I go into it. Yeah. Okay. I'll have to go into that and change that and see if that works.
Cool. As for the default first, I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah, if I forget, it just, and I've posted something and I'm thinking it's going to go in there and it's not, and I had to quickly go back and rechange it.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep doing that all the time, especially if I'm busy.
No, we'll try, see if you can go into the account and see if you edit and set it to your default time zone and see if that makes a difference for you.
I will. Yeah.
I'll just wait. Excuse me. I'll just wait until Tam's off the phone, or if she's still here.
Hang on a sec.
Okay.
Hang on a sec. Go. Sorry, I'm just my 15-year-old.
That's okay. You know, when you come in here, you make these little black so that you can link, so you can post to them. So when you want a new thing to post to, you make the hearts black to be able to post to.
I should go and undo it, even though I do want to post stuff to it.
What you should do is check if this tick button next to it is ticked, because that's the default thing.
Annette Harvey, I think that's it. Let me check that now.
So I should.
Freaking legend. All right, let me just go in. Because I seriously have posted a whole bunch of random posts to this group tonight. I have to go in there and apologize to them all.
I don't think it's funny. All right. Well, I'm going to stop my share and stop the recording now. So if everyone who's watching this in replay has any questions at all, pop them below in underneath the replay when I post it, and I'll do my best to answer your questions.
Thanks so much, Annette.
Annette, you are a legend.